UFC on ESPN, Machado Garry versus Carlos Prates just took place. And wow, Garry just mollywopped Carlos Prates for 5 rounds, or for 4 rounds. And damn, I didn't expect the beating to be that one-sided. Well, actually, I expected Carlos Prates to win, but I thought it could go either way. But if Garry won, I didn't think it would be like he just picked apart Carlos Prates, like head kicks, punches, takedowns and takedown attempts, throwing shots with every limb of his body from every side, from left side, right side, shots to the leg, shots to the head. Just a great assortment of limb throwing from Garry, accurate limb throwing onto Carlos Prates' body, and he just dismantled him. And you know, Carlos Prates wasn't really throwing much of anything in the first round, and I'm like, okay, he's preserving his energy and he's gonna finally unload. And that didn't really happen. He like Carlos Prates landed like one good shot on Gary's face in I don't remember which round it was, whether it was fourth or fifth, but in the fifth round, Carlos Prates had Garry on the floor, and that was his golden chance. And it looked like he was going to get Garry out of there. He had Garry on the ground, and he was landing punches to Gary's face. It's like, oh, he's gonna get the TKO finish. But then Garry managed to escape and run away. And it's like, damn, he almost had him there. And oh, here's the funny thing. Like, as Carlos Prates was throwing shots, he just like randomly stopped and decided to let Garry free. And like, it didn't really make sense. But it was, people say it was a low IQ moment from Carlos Prates, but I think it's because Carlos Prates was so tired that he just didn't have the energy for it. So Carlos Prates' smoking habits finally caught up to him, I guess. Or maybe it doesn't have to do anything with smoking, but whatever. I think it was more him being so tired, he didn't even have energy for like a few final shots needed to finish him. Gary's like, nah, I can't. I could choose to throw those final shots, but I'm too tired. I'll just let him get free. But man, it was funny when the judges said 3-2, because in my mind, Garry won 4 rounds, so maybe there's one round that I'm misremembering. But yeah, two judges gave it 3-2 to Garry, and one is 4-1. I wonder because Carlos Prates won the fifth round, but I'm wondering which other round he's supposed to have won. Because in my mind, Garry won all the other ones. But anyway, great victory by Garry, and he already bought the tickets for the title fight with Belal Muhammad and Jack Della Maddalena. He's going to be there. He said he's going to be the next one up, and he's going to have maybe a face-off with the winner, but he will definitely be in attendance. So, damn, Garry called his shot, and he made it come true. Great. We also had a few other great fights in the main card. We had Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. Giga Chikadze was having way more success on the feet compared to David Onama, but David Onama took him down in 2 of the rounds and controlled him for like half the round in the third round, even though he didn't really land anything. So I guess he won 2-1 just because of the control time, even though Giga Chikadze was just picking him apart on the feet. David Onama landed a few good strikes on the feet as well, but definitely Chikadze got the better of him. But the judges gave it 2-1 David Onama. We had Anthony Smith versus Zhang Mingyang. Zhang Mingyang ended the fight in the first round with shoulder attacks, standing on Anthony Smith's face, and he made him bleed so much that Anthony Smith went in a show. And so Zhang Mingyang continues his first round winning streak. We also had Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. fantastic fight. First round, um, it was going. Randy Brown was landing, having shots, and Nicholas Dalby was landing a few shots, but not as many, until the end of the first round, where Nicholas Dalby landed this great overhand that dropped Randy Brown, and then Nicholas Dalby followed him to the ground, but he wasn't really able to do anything with it in the final seconds. And in the second round, Randy Brown knocked out Nicholas Dalby first he threw like a flying knee, and then he threw a striking punch, and he knocked out Nicholas Dalby in fantastic fashion. Just dropped him down dead, and Nicholas Dalby has never been knocked out before, so that was really impressive. Yeah, man, it was a pretty good card, at least the main card. Yeah, fantastic fight. Like and subscribe.